here, 2v2 faction battle tournament. This is a semi-final game 2, Ashes of Typhon, blue team. For the Tyranids we have XPhial, plays a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt, has some great offense too. Alongside is Floyd's big stompy Hive Tyrant, very durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Good offense and support, starts off in melee combat. Red team for the Eldar, Tyger sticks with his Farseer for now, support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs and some debuffs too. And Asmon, ever present with his Eldar Warlock, offensive commander with good mobility and awesome disruption, can tank damage also with the right war gear. Ashes of Typhon, VP's running east to west, none of them natural. There's east, there's mid, and there is west. Looks like it's kicking off on the east side straight away. There's a flesh hook on the Farseer. Starts off with the guide ability, gives in plus 30% damage for 10 seconds or so to an allied squad. Also increases their range. Dire Avengers trying to complete this cap. This could be very risky. They do complete it. Need to retreat though. Dire Avengers retreating a bit strangely there. But looks like they will just about make it out. Perhaps. Here come Howling Banshees to help. 494, 500. Double termagants for both the Tyranid players. Into some spore mines for Floid. Howling Banshees chasing down. Termagants need to be careful. Spots these spore mines and instantly retreats out of there. The Warlock goes after them, knocking back these spore mines. 491, 494. Full retreat though. Didn't want to risk it. So still 4 spore mines left in that little squad as well. There's the double cap to the Tyranids. Howling Banshees up for both Eldar players. Agile melee unit with power melee weapons. Very, very scary. You can get into melee safely. With the Farseer can help you with fortune and spirit stones and stuff. A lot more open map compared to Judgment of Carrion, which I think benefits the Eldar. Although Tyranids are pretty damn mobile these days with those capillary towers. Howling Banshees in amongst Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts getting absolutely trashed here, but the Howling Banshees do run away. Do not lose a model though, that was good. 6 Hormagaunts going down. Still didn't lose one. Farseer also retreats out. Dire Avengers pouring in that range fire, almost taking down the Lictor Alpha. He was trying to get into melee there. Can they outshoot these double termagants? They're giving it a go. One squad needs to retreat, not taking this cover that's here. Here comes a Shuriken now, waiting for this I think. 491, 402, triple cap for the Tyranids. Good pressure early on. Shuriken is tied up by Hormagaunts. Warlock himself scaring them all off. He's got half an XP bar already. Farseer also even more XP. Lictor Alpha with Pheromone up. Was surprised not to see this on Judgment of Carrion in the first game. Hive Tyrant with no war gear. 491, 363. Shuriken is set up. Dire Avengers capping. And here come Howling Banshees out the gate again, going for the aspect of strength. No aspect yet for Asmon's. Floid does get a Warrior Brood. We've got double Hormagaunts, double Termagants for XPhial. Interesting choice. Adrenal Glands up on both Hormagaunt Broods, but no Toxin Sacs yet, which I think is a mistake. Helps you deal with Banshees and the Commander. Lictor Alpha again absolutely thrashed in melee combat, drops his Pheromone, but goes down. These Hormagaunts will now be able to reinforce. So wisely, Tyger retreats his Banshees, who get away with 2 models it looks like. Yes. Some kind of debuff there. Does Pheromones debuff as well? 472, 353. Nice grenade on those Hormagaunts. Dire Avengers down to 3 models though. This is dangerous. Hormagaunts are still there. There's a special attack from the Farseer, might save them. They retreat anyway. 454, 353. Other Hormagaunt Brood getting way too close. There's a retreat grenade, but doesn't quite connect. Howling Banshees down to 2 models in retreat. Dire Avengers taking tons of damage from those double termagants. These guys can put out some serious DPS, especially with their Toxin Sacs. Dire Avengers do run away. Farseer trying to tie them up. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage though with her default weapon. 422, 353. And now it's a triple cap for the Eldar. Pushing back very, very strong. Can sometimes happen with Tyranids. You overextend in the first couple of engagements, get some model losses but lose more than you take down, and then you're strained and pushed back afterwards. 389, 353. Power being hit here. They do have another power point here, but has no gens on it, and they have 3 gens over here. 377 and 353. Lots of players tend to build up these 2 powers on this map because they're closer together, thus easier to defend. But I think these 2 powers on the flanks are a lot more out of the way. Try and spread your generators around a bit more. 349, 353. There's the triple steal. Hive Tyrant now has the warp field up. Spawn mines behind with double termagants with toxin sacks. His Hormagaunts also have adrenal glands, but they can't take on 2 squads. Retreat grenade. Couldn't quite hit it, but does get 1 model off. 322, 353. Still a triple cap for the Eldar. Hive Tyrant comes over. Gonna try and revive the Lictor Alpha. Howling Banshees are gonna slice him up though. Loses his shield. Needs to run away. Levels him to 2. And that wasn't too bad. Leveled him. Revived and got away. Warrior Brood are up. These guys will provide a basic synapse of their own. And again, XPhial going to tier 2 without getting any synapse on the field. 280, 353. There's the double cap for red. Farseer level 2. Doesn't have any war gear up. Wading into a whole lot of stuff here with no backup. All of her stuff retreated out. Now she runs away. Tyranids putting up a brood nest on this east side. I think they're going to try and concentrate on 2 VPs, mid and east. Still the double cap for Eldar. Looks like it's going to be a 2-to-1 when all the caps are finished. There's a grenade, nicely done, but knocks down his own Warlock, almost takes him out. Warriors might be able to finish that off. Hormagaunts leaping in. Looks like he will just about get away. Shuriken now moving to mid. 242, 353. Dire Avengers all huddling behind 1 energy shield. That thing providing perfect 100% cover. In other words, complete damage immunity from range fire. Also provides cover against grenades, which is awesome for them. You can destroy it, of course, and you can fire at it so much that the shield just goes down. 240, 349. There's the pheromones allowing all of this stuff to reinforce. There's a brood nest there. Brood nest, I should say, there anyway. Here comes a tower. Thought I saw the Tyrant Guard benefiting from the speed buff in the first game, even when in combat. I'm not sure if it was just a melee charge or the actual speed buff was in effect. The buff circle certainly was, but that's because it also provides a sight radius buff of 25%. Zone Thrope on the way for Floid. Here come Howling Banshees with their Exarch up. Next engagement on this east side is going to be very important. Let's look at the west though. There's an Immolator. 280, 307. There's Psychic Storm. That was devastating stuff. And grenades going in. Look at the losses. That was insane. Psychic Storm was recently buffed in damage very slightly, given to the Farseer by her rune armor. That suppression and damage over time is nasty. Spawn mines are up. By XPhial, might have been bought out of this capillary tower, which can produce rippers and spawn mines for a requisition cost. There's the 2-to-1 for the Eldar. Capillary tower goes up, and another brood nest here as well. Zone Thrope getting shots. Artillery unit doesn't need to set up and doesn't do friendly fire. Huge benefits for an artillery piece. Also provides its health, regen, synapse, aura. There's an immolate and a grenade, denying this area to the Tyranids. Looks like Floid is just going to walk through it though, doesn't care. 222, 302. Warrior Brood leaping in. They have the melee synapse, so are just able to just bum rush that Shuriken. Hive Tyrant still with that warp field, almost level 3, is doing well. Lictor Alpha is capping mid, is level 2. Here come Howling Banshees to have a word. And he doesn't want to fight them, especially backed up by 2 Dire Avengers. 214, 302. Lictor Alpha has an awesome global called Stalk, which reveals the enemy commanders, and down he goes. Also buffs his damage and his damage resistance, I believe. Not sure if XPhial's used it yet, it might be difficult to spot. There's a Psychic Storm again. Capillary tower is up. Hormagaunts pushing forward. chasing off Banshees, who caught in retreat by Spawn Mines. Beautifully done by XPhial, good thinking there. Going to catch some Dire Avengers in retreat also. Don't think they're going to get a model though. There is the detonation, and they do get away fine. 214, 276. Farseer now also running off. We have a Wraithlord for Tyger, and a Wraithlord also for Asmon. Two walkers to deal with. They need some Venom Brood, Crushing Claw perhaps, or the Venom Cannon for the Hive Tyrant. Lictor is going to be revived. Hive Tyrant reaches level 3. 214, 248. XPhial is tier 3, another very quick tier 3, and Floid goes tier 3. They are both going to regret that, I think, as soon as they see these Wraithlord on the field. Need to wait for Carnifexes or something. There's a walk throw into a grenade, beautifully done. Didn't get a lot of models though, but looks like they are going to be whacked out by Banshees. No, looks like they're going to get away. 11 hit points, and they do so. Double capillary towers up here. Zone Throat gets away using that speed buff. Hive Tyrant now in melee. 214, 199. There's the double cap for the Tyranids. Warlock runs away, but here's that Wraithlord now. Awesome heavy melee splash, and can get a shoulder mounted ranged weapon. And it looks like Tigers is getting the Shuriken. Carnifex on the way for XPhial, surely with a Venom Cannon on it to try and deal with those Wraithlords, but we'll see. Floyd 3/4 of the way there, and there's a beautiful grenade again by Tyger. Level 3 Dire Avengers has really used those grenades well, especially combined with this Psychic Storm a couple of times. 212, 171. Looks like the Brood Nest is going to go down, and Tyranids under huge pressure. They need to have a very good tier 3 here. Floyd doesn't have the power to get a Carnifex out. We might see him get a tier 3 Lictor. No, it looks like he's just purchased something. It's the Crushing Claw for the Hive Tyrant. Scary heavy melee weapon. 191, 171. Zone Throat hasn't quite paid off just yet. Farseer with her Singing Spear, no doubt expecting some monstrous creatures soon. 177, 171. Here comes a Wraithlord over to the west side. There's a Webway Gate. There's the triple cap for the Eldar. Carnifex up for XPhial. Doesn't have an upgrade yet. He can afford the upgrade, so I'm not sure what he's waiting for. There is the Venom Cannon on the way. 145, 171. Wraithlord backs off with the Shuriken Cannon. Floyd just lost something. Formagaunt's just wiped out, I think. Autark dropped, might have had something to do with it. This is Asmon's. Hive Tyrant going straight after that Wraithlord. Look at that, let's see the DPS this guy does with those Crushing Claws. Bang, bang, flying down the hit points of the Wraithlord, who's hitting back with that huge Wraith Sword. Termagant's got into trouble there, the Immolator I should say, forcing them off. Wraithlord might go down here, needs some support. Dire Avengers could come in and repair. Hive Tyrant didn't even lose his warp field. Oh, he had Bonded Exoskeleton, that's why it was invulnerability. 104, 171, look at the damage he did to that Wraithlord, but does back away now. East side is all Tyranidy. We do have that Venom Cannon. Carnifex up also gives it the Bioplasma. Tier 3 for Asmon. Floyd still with that Zone Throat. Can we say for sure if the towers have been buffing speed in combat? Not sure that I've seen it, but I suspect it. Bright Lance is up on the Guardian Weapon team here. Awesome DPS anti-vehicle weapon to go up against that Carnifex. 91, 171. There's the 1-to-1 cap. Lictor Alpha's level 2 has the Menacing Visage. Don't see that very often against Eldar. Maybe to force off the Howling Banshees. Another devastating Psychic Storm. Good grief. No Brood Nest over here anymore. Do have 2 towers. 90, 171. Big VP deficit for the Eldar to make up. Warrior Brood getting chased down by Banshees. There's Crippling Poison and an Autark drop. Asmon, I think, just using the Sky, what is it called? Sky Jump or something that sends her back to wherever the hell she comes from. 90, 171, and now bringing her back down again. Shuriken is set up here. Should keep the Warrior Brood away from the VP at least. Hive Tyrant is going to decap mid. There he goes eventually. 84, 171, 2-1 for the Eldar. Look at the DPS this Wraithlord does with that shuriken on its shoulder. Alongside the Tyranids as well, and down goes the Hive Tyrant. Warp Spiders on the field for Asmon. Zoanthrope is getting shots on the shuriken. Might go down here. Now in retreat. Should be okay. Here comes stuff to support out the Webway Gator. Here comes a Wraithlord as well. That Warrior Brood taking tons of damage. XPhial now pushing into the mid. Big Autarch lead with that buff and that heal. And Floid cannot hold against that. XPhial is going to flank, I think, or at least try to, but there's Tyger waiting to flank himself. 62, 171. Broodnest goes up in mid to support this fight. There's a Haywire grenade on the Carnifex. It won't be able to fire that big scary Venom Cannon anymore, and a Wraithlord is smacking on it good. Banshee's also chasing with that Executioner Spear. Another awesome Psychic Storm usage has been really good in this game. Spirit Stones is up. 62, 171. Down goes the Carnifex. And that could be it. XPhial now going for the Doom of Malantai. Tier 3 Lictor for Floid. And Tyger is almost tier 3 and has tons of resources. Could drop an Eldritch Storm nuke as well. Might see a quick Fire Prism to try and lock out this game. Confederate Tower is being taken down eventually. Bright Lance tapping. 55, 171. Might get a triple. Looking bad for the Tyranids here. Doom of Malantai almost on the field for XPhial. 590 now, of course. Tyger just using his Wraithlord in range stance, doing some insane DPS. There's the pheromones. 35, 171. Spore Mines dropped and suppressed his entire blob of stuff. There's a Spirit Stone's heal though. Another detonation, but they should be fine over there. Lictor Alpha trying to take on a Wraithlord, which is not a good idea, and goes down in retreat. Here's the Doom Malantai. There's the Cataclysm. But needs to run away immediately. 14, 171. Double cap for the Eldar. And I think this is going to be GG. There is a GG called by Tyger and by Floid. And it's the 2-0 victory for the Eldar, which takes them through into the final. Congratulations to them. And commiserations to XPhial and Floid, the only Tyranid team. But they got to the semi-finals, did well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.